don't know about you, but when I have been the most lonely, it has sometimes been the time when it was most difficult to make myself unlonely. Meaning, it was hard for me to think of people who would want to hear from me or that I felt connected to. And that is a natural consequence of feeling more and more alone. That those two things go hand in hand. The more lonely you feel, the less you can imagine feeling connected to people. You may sit there and go, who could I talk to? Who could I reach out to? And nobody comes to mind. Whereas when you're not feeling so lonely, this is very different. And it's not as if when you're really lonely, I don't want to say that across the board there isn't a reason for you to be lonely. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying we get a little bit less creative when we're lonely. So I'm going to give you this trick for managing loneliness, which has all these crappy things associated with it. It's as bad for you as smoking things like 15 cigarettes a day. It's as bad for you as being overweight. It can cause all sorts of, or it is related to a number of other negative health outcomes related, including things like coronary artery disease. One simple thing that you can do is to send a caring message to somebody. A caring message, what a caring message is, and I'm actually talking about something very specific here. Caring message is something that lets someone know you're thinking of them, is non-demanding, and has no judgment. So a caring message would not be, hey son, have you taken your medication today? Or hey son, how many job applications have you done today? Or hey, why haven't you reached out to me? Or it's not a question about whether or not you've done something or the person has done something. It's really an example that you have been thinking about them. So what could that be? Thinking creatively? That could be a post on somebody's Facebook page. That could be like ridiculous joke sent to them via Facebook Messenger. That could be a text message. You know, thinking creatively about this can be really helpful. And when we're lonely, our brains sometimes don't think as clearly. It increases the risk for cognitive difficulties and early dementia. So the more you kind of challenge your brain to do things, even simple things, the more likely you are to have health benefits and to feel less lonely. So one thing that I will do if I want to send a caring message is I'll remember a time when I was with a person and I felt okay. And then I will jot that memory down and just say, hey, I thought of this today and I thought of you, and I'll send it out. Not asking how they are, not giving them anything to do, but letting them know that I'm holding them in my brain. I may not hear back from them, I may hear back from them, but the point is that I put my energy into this thing that was essentially choosing what to be mindful of, and have that moment, that break in my day where I remembered a feeling that was different than I did, and I shared that with somebody. That's an idea, should you choose to use it, for addressing loneliness using something called caring messages. Again, caring messages, non-demanding, non-judgmental expression of care. Men can do these too, and you can send them to men. This is your skill of the week.